it'd be cool just to chat about single parenting and little hacks, things that work, and you know.
iPads.
I call it Good Dad's Club. What's important, single parenting challenges, and whatever else, you know. Just
All right, yeah, ask away, mate.
Yeah, there's no rule book. Yeah, and then locations.
Go down to along the Broadwater, down there towards Labrador, and kind of loop back on the high street. Maybe
That way.
Well, sounds good, doesn't it?
You went over those instructions pretty quickly.
Yeah.
It's paddle shift to get into gear.
Yeah.
But after that, then there's this Strata Sport Corsa.
Yeah.
So
You won't be using too much of that, I wouldn't think, would you?
all right, Maddie's good. And we are buckled in. I assume that.
She will be talking about that for weeks.
There's rule number one for parenting is just make friends with the neighbors.
Yeah, make friends with well, it got me into a Lambo, didn't it? Yeah. You know, around to Pullman.
Honestly, even things like indicators, I'm just like, okay, just.
Where are they?
That's a paddle shift.
There's got to be an indicator on this.
Embarrass myself for a second.
Yeah, where are
Is it this little Italian thing?
There you go, there you go. That is not where I would expect them to be.
Alright. So we'll get back to your daughter in about, let's see here.
Good parenting club, leave her at home on her own.
Yeah, alright. So a little intro, this is Andrew, Scott here. We are running a little test to get this concept car going. We've got the Lambo probably 5 or 6 times. We've got a Ferrari, we've got a couple little cars. It's not really about that, it's just about rewarding yourself.
Yeah. Take the wins when you've got them.
I guess that's probably our deal, except single parents? I've been a single parent for like, I don't know. Do you lose track? Or do you have a calendar that...
A little bit. I guess you kind of just lose track.
I mean, for me, it's probably...
5 or 6 years, something like that for me.
5 or 6 years?
Yeah.
And for me, it's probably 6 or 7. Something like that. Depends how you define it, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's not solid. It's 5 or 6 years. I've got shared custody, so her mum has but it's for 5 or 6 years she's been going back and forth.
Yeah. So you get... yeah. But from my memory of things, you're having to keep your eye on the ball a lot. Or
Yeah, I do school time.
Meals.
Mum lives in Brisbane, so she does weekends and things up there and holidays. And
got a little specimen here, hitching a ride.
All right, yeah.
That's not going to make the...
some kind of bug.
Yeah.
It's probably poisonous.
Yeah.
As we're in
that's
Australia.
What I need, more insect bites.
Yeah.
So back to school, right?
Back to school now, thankfully. I prefer the school routine than holidays. I mean, I love having her around and hanging out and things, but it gets a bit tricky.
What's the magic touch? Like, how do you keep her interested or, not bored, basically? Because it's single child, right?
Yeah, single child. I would just have to have at least one outdoor activity per day, get some of that energy out. She could sit on that iPad for as long as I would let her, so we've been to the beach for a couple of hours today. She likes the sports, we're usually doing a bit of athletics or swimming, or she's got to the age now where at school they're going to start to do inter-school sports.
Yep.
There's a league of the schools that are similar to hers. It's the APS Sports League, so I think there's 10 or 12 of them around the Gold Coast.
So what's she into? Like
sprinting at the moment. I think she's going to like things like touch football, rugby, that is, soccer, the running around lots, not too much finesse. She doesn't like netball.
No?
As soon as you get to ball, you've got to stop. So it's not really in her psyche. That's what she wants to do. So yeah, the full-on action sports. And then I feel like you earn your time out then to just sit on a computer or a screen and take it easy in the aircon if you've been out doing some sport. And she can concentrate much better at school when she's got some of that energy out as well.
Yeah.
So I fully encourage that. I think I was the same when I was a kid. Bit of swimming in the morning and after school, and throw a few sports in. It takes the edge off the energy levels for school.
We've got ourselves a red light, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, all right, well, the engine's warm. Just give it a little nudge. You've only got it to 60. You've probably got 1 second of acceleration.
Yeah. It
Can't go over.
Well, it's going to cut out here in a second with the automatic fuel saver.
Is it fuel? Yeah, okay.
That
But when you touch the accelerator, does it cut back in?
As soon as you take your... Okay, there you
There
go.
you go.
Oh, geez, I can't get used to that. It gives you a little bit of a jolt, like,
Yeah.
oh, geez, $500,000 car.
Is that supposed to
Just
happen?
died in the middle of
Yeah.
traffic. You know, who do I call?
Yeah.
But, yeah, no, I don't think you... I mean, maybe you can disable them.
Yeah, usually there is.
But
Let's have a look.
I think they will... I don't know how it works. Obviously,
Might be
they're
one
trying
of
to
these?
be above
That's-
board.
I reckon
Jeez,
that's
don't
it.
press any of those.
I reckon it's
buttons.
that. If you're feeling brave,
You're
push
gonna
it.
Fire off a missile.
That's automatic on and off.
Yeah. Okay. Should we do it?
Yeah, do it. There you are. There you are.
Save the planet.
Mine.
Yeah. So. Yeah, and then so what? With your balance of things, obviously, like, is she going to bed on time, or are you
Yeah.
having to like parents like disciplined? Is it easy mode, or is it very active?
Oh, we're. It's pretty easy. It's pretty straightforward now. We're so used to each other. Yeah. That didn't take long, did it?
You know.
Excellent. That's got some pull. Yeah, she's good. I mean, she's good. We're in sync with each other. So, yeah, bedtime. There's not too much of an argument unless it comes to tidying rooms or homework are the two sticking points at the moment.
Yeah.
And tidying rooms, I don't go too far. I'm not the tidiest, so I can't really ask her to do something I'm not doing myself. But picking clothes up off the floor when they're dirty and just basic stuff like that is the occasional, we're not doing anything until that's sorted.
Yeah.
But she's good. She puts the effort in. She'll do most of it.
I wonder. I mean, obviously, it's my downfall is I don't actually talk to that many other parents. Like, I don't know what everyone else does. I just know. I find it's just enough to get your own method down.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of years of people saying, "Oh, do this," and you got to do this, and I don't know. Are you like, do you check in with others and?
Not on that. Not on how to
Benchmarks?
parent sort of stuff. No.
Yeah.
I mean, just a little bit occasionally around. The thing I'm thinking about at the moment is bedtimes. She's getting older and older, and I haven't moved bedtime back. We start our bedtime at 7:30, and she's going to be 10 soon. So that's quite early for a 10-year-old.
Yeah, right.
But she woke up at 7 o'clock this morning, so it's not like she's waking up at 4 and she's had enough sleep. We work hard. We do lots of stuff during the day. I think she gets quite tired. She leaves it all out there. At the ocean there, we're swimming in the big waves and having good fun. So she tires herself out. So I think she needs that sleep.
Yeah.
And she's quite tall, and we do lots of activities. So yeah, I think she needs she's not showing me yet she needs less sleep. I don't think we can be that far off.
I mean, we always have the location, right? So I think we're both pretty lucky to be in this place.
Yeah,
You can
yeah,
burn off anything outdoors, and I mean, really, it's like
This is the place.
95% of the year you can be outside.
This is the place to grow up. I mean, I saw at the shops, Emma McGallan, one of the most successful Olympic athletes, not just swimmers, of any country of all time.
Just bumped into
them in the shops. That's where they choose to live and train, is here. Cody Simpson was with her, a boyfriend. There's
that was just today?
That was just 10 minutes ago, just before I bumped into you. Back in the UK, there's a guy called Adam Peaty, another amazing swimmer, and he's just done a training camp down here. And so this is the place to be. There's 50-meter pools. There's awesome athletics tracks. Unless you want to be a soccer player, then probably Australia is not the place to be. But you want to play rugby, do it here. You want to play AFL.
I mean, that's good for the kids too, right?
Oh,
If they
absolutely.
can
So
feel
many
like
opportunities.
some role models. And,
Yeah.
I think there's
And it means, as I used to swim in the UK, but it was a fight to do it. It's because there's shitty pools, or you're swimming across diving pits, or you have to drive an hour and a half to get to the nearest Olympic-sized pool. Here, it's on your doorstep. So when you're interested and you have a go, the opportunity and the pathway is just laid out right there. It's easy.
Yeah.
It's none of the, I haven't got time to take you to training today, because it's 2 minutes around the corner. There's no excuse why you wouldn't. It's just interest. So if she's interested, she can do it. If she's not interested, then I'm not going to force her. I don't need any more things to argue and clash about. Plus the Brisbane Olympics 2032, our kids will be somewhere between 18 and 21.
Oh wow.
I mean, that's the perfect age to be doing the
Can I make this
sports.
light?
Yeah, and then turn
No,
left down. There is a left shortcut through that little
There
car park,
was, but I'm just
there's
a
another speed bump.
Massive little bump in there.
Yeah.
So, yep. So I guess this is a good little pilot episode of logistics, and there's some nice.
You need
really
to
nice
figure out the smooth
roads out in the middle of Manoa, and
Yeah.
nice wide roads. So we'll definitely hit that up. This we're gonna be at this light for a while.
Yeah, you can
So
go
we can
out towards Carrara.
Enjoy the construction view, I guess. And
It's going to be nice when it's done. Used to be a caravan park. Prime spot.
yeah, caravans. I mean, everything is expensive, obviously. So I don't know what.
So how do you go with Alina? Are you strict, or you kind of let them?
It's interesting. Like, obviously, it's probably the extreme side of like just give them some tools and see how they go, and then.
Yeah.
But I like to see some ownership on what you're doing. Wake up, so setting the bedtime early up, not early, but just reduce the burden on the parent. I don't know. I think maybe.
Well, it's also it's life lessons. Is you're gonna have to do this for yourself at some point. Pack your bag for school.
Thanks, buddy. I think it's like it depends on how well they know you as a parent too.
Yeah,
And I think they can. I think she feels that I'm pulling some weight with work and
Yeah.
if you're just taking care of everything, she knows that there's some things that slip through, like the meals or
Yeah.
or so if she can do. And today it was kind of cool. Like, she saw me out there preparing to get the car
Yeah,
in
I saw
storage.
you. I saw her helping you.
But she was smart. She said, "Can I earn $10?" Okay.
I'm doing it for free. Yeah.
So but
I think it's interesting that I try and do the same with Maddie. I try and prepare her to do the stuff she needs to as an individual when she gets older to do it herself. But she's smart enough to realise when you're really present but you're letting her do it herself, or I'm busy doing something else and I'm just doing it for convenience. And there's a different level of engagement from her as to whether she sees that this is all.
Should I tuck in here or go up and loop around?
There is a speed bump at some point up there, but I don't think it's a particularly harsh one.
I think
It's certainly more scenic. Go straight and perhaps come back that way.
Sure. Yeah, we'll get on that coastal side.
Yeah. When I'm present and I'm watching her do it or helping her do something, she's engaged in it much more. When I'm really busy, I'm doing something else, can you just sort this out? It's a half-assed job.
Yeah. I mean, they're a similar age, but just, I think, only 1 year apart though, isn't it?
So Maddie's...
What grade is she in now?
She's in grade 4. She's 9, 10 this year.
So 2 years difference then.
Yeah.
So, and that's enough for between the two, because I know Lena really, she was always excited to have a neighbor, but fair to say they haven't really, it's not like dropping in and seeing each other and stuff like that.
No, I mean, Maddie was talking about it today. She's interested in what Alina's done online and creating videos and things, but I think there's that 2 years when you're 9 and 11 is actually quite a big gap, isn't it? 2 years when you're in your 40s is nothing, she's the same age. But there's quite a bit of development that Maddie's not done that Alina has.
Yeah.
Just in those couple of years. Maybe when they're mid-teens, there might be.
I know it's obviously a bit of a balance between like personal priorities and kid priorities. I think for me, it's probably a good 10 years where I was just 100% kid priorities, and I balanced the rest, whatever's left over is just work stuff.
Yeah.
That could take its toll. I don't know, did you do any better than that with a personal split?
No, you know my story, so I've not worked for a couple of years, but before that it was exactly that. It was Maddie first, then work, then any time or energy you've got left over after that you can do personal things, but that meant nothing.
Oh yeah.
So at that point I was thinking, well, I'll just get Maddie through school and then after that I'll figure out my life, but then things happen and you don't always, tomorrow's not guaranteed. So what we're trying to do now is split it up, and she's actually really good. So she's come like golf at the moment, so she'll come and sit in the golf buggy and watch me play 9 holes.
It's good.
And she's quite happy doing that, and I like doing it, and then we'll go and do something for her. I mean, it's obviously very weighted on her side, but there's more of, I think it's more of me in there now, and I think it gives her a bit of balance and realises that other people have needs and she can help other people be happy just by letting them do things and not wanting to do her own thing the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, obviously it's just, I think a lot of people don't always have it figured out, and I haven't really sought any help. I guess in the early days, yeah, sure. Like the kid wasn't sleeping. Has yet to eat a vegetable. I think we had some lettuce. We had some lettuce like last month, and that was like a big, like wow.
Yeah.
So
Maddie's
obviously,
got a few favourites.
if we start asking around for expert opinions, you know, we'll probably get a pretty low rating. But yeah, the kid's happy.
To go right.
Turn right here, and I'm seeing some real independence, and I think that's without throwing them into adulthood. Like, yeah, pretty cool to see them, you know, get to know themselves, I guess. You're not like a shadow of the parent, and I still see a lot of kids too, like just sort of like a little clone of whoever the mom and dad is, and they parrot what they see, but that can't be good eventually. I mean, that...
No, you got to figure out yourself, and then they figure that out away from us most of the time too, where they don't have to be, or they're not, you know, sit next to me, and so you're going to do what I think we should do, or what you think I think we should do. I think there's a bit of that sometimes, but then at school with their friends and they're completely independent, you go and play the way you want to play.
For me, it's like how do you think 2 steps ahead instead of chasing after something that might not exist in 10 years or 20 years. It's like, oh, you know, do computer programming. Okay, but you know, now ChatGPT just tell it what you want the robot to code, and or at least it's sort of like a really smart tools out there. So
we went the other way. We just went on interest and fun. You're generally good at the stuff that you enjoy doing, so find something that you enjoy.
It sounds so simple, but
it is.
It's not. I don't think parents are really steering their kids in that direction.
No, I mean, I don't know. They're so young as well, 9 and 11, even if they had a strong opinion on what they wanted. Maddie wanted to be a vet, but then she's not going to do the work for it, I doubt. You never know. So just find something that you're happy with. She likes sport. I would imagine she might be like a PE teacher or something. She loves being outside, burning off energy. She's very caring. She's quite nurturing to a lot of her friends. She'd be good at something like that, but who knows? It's another 10 years before you have to start making those decisions.
Yeah. Well, I think any little role model, sport or school. I think the schools will play a big part for sure.
Absolutely.
Like you were really keen with like the private school. I was sort of like, I don't know. I was just needed to see the value.
Yeah.
Maybe I just didn't want by default just go into big spending mode, and but I think like languages, and it's like when there's enough people around. I don't know, in the adult world too, right? You can absorb.
Yeah, you can absorb a lot, and the world's changing so much. I mean, my path anyway was the traditional school, university, degree, proper job, sit there for 3 or 5 years, learning on the job. Now, you know, I play golf with a 27-year-old who's got 3 different businesses going. He doesn't have a proper job, as I would term it, but that's what the world does now. It's lots of little different things, fingers in lots of little pies, and some will work and some won't. And he's doing all right. He's in a nice golf club and he's driving fancy cars. So I think it's difficult to, this far out, start plotting a path as to, so where's she going to go to university? What do I think she's going to study? Well, does she have to go to university? You can learn most things. As you say, chat GPT, or just Google it, and you can learn most things online. So unless you want to be a doctor or one of those professions that needs an actual qualification as the hurdle to get in, yeah, this is what I meant, but it's a smooth one, isn't it? Maybe a bit steeper on the other side.
Lambo approved.
This is a nice street, and it's a beautiful view too.
Ease onto it.
So yeah, find something she's interested in and do that, and find a way of making a job out of it, or earning some money out of it.
Yeah, it's cool to see. Just even if it's every day, you see a little bit more. But I haven't really seen Maddie's development and seeing like what her personality's like. But it's cool to get little snippets. And be like, wow, she's really,
she's coming on. She's a smart little cookie. She's fun time Frankie. She'll make a fun game out of everything. Most of her friends love being with her because she's just fun to be around. But then the flip side of that is, if you've got to sit in a classroom for 2 hours to learn something, after 10 minutes, she's little Miss Fidget Pants. She's got to go and do something else, or stand up, or do some lunges and get some energy out. We went to watch Avatar at the movies, 3 and a bit hours long. She was doing star jumps in the aisle by the end of it because she just can't sit still for that long.
Like, you were big into cycling for a good while there. Did she get into that as well, or?
Unfortunately, the timing of my health didn't quite work out. So she was interested in doing it, and I got her a nice bike, and then got sick. So I've sold mine.
So yeah.
She did a triathlon a couple of weeks ago, just to try one, like a little kiddies enticer one. And her bike was the favourite leg there, but she's not a stamina athlete. She's like a short burst power.
Sure.
So she likes.
She has a bike then?
Yeah, she's got a little mountain bike. Yeah. It's because she's quite tall for her age too. It's actually a lady's bike. It's not a kid's bike, so it's a proper one.
Yeah.
And she enjoys riding it, but we don't go out. We haven't been out too much. It's a winter thing. It's too hot in the summer to go out for a 2-hour ride around the beach. Give it a couple of months when it cools down a bit, and it's lovely to go down to the water and cruise along that path, or somewhere just like this.
Totally. This is a good little 40 zone. I think I'll bring the drone up here and try some tracking.
Just got to watch out for the trees.
Yeah, or balconies. Unfortunately, I don't think I mentioned. Yeah, it landed on somebody's balcony.
Oh no.
You can only rely on the technology so much.
Yeah. That's an interesting spot for the indicators, isn't it? On the wheel there.
I mean, you like tech gadgets, right?
Yeah, absolutely. It's where you need the manual, where you just drop it into neutral and give it a rev.
Yeah.
You can't do that now because you'll be halfway over the road. You got people watching too.
I mean, it's like,
only a head
what are you
turner.
gonna do, right?
Yeah.
There's nowhere to go. There's traffic.
Yeah.
It's not like there's a ton of traffic, but in the city, that's what I think. Like, so as a personal reward, I don't know. How do you reward yourself? This to me, I've never driven a car like this. There is the side of it where you've got to be responsible for it. So, and of course, there's lots of safeguards. Like, they know what you're doing.
And this is that, but it's very cool.
But
well, you're doing it for the right reason. You're not hooning around in it. You're going for the experience of.
Yeah, but I think
driving.
that's kind of it too, right? When you have the big shiny new toy, you kind of just enjoy the feel of it.
Yeah.
So the Italian, the toggle switches and rocket
looks
launch
like
mode and
fighter jet.
Yeah.
Cockpit.
I know. Got to stay somewhat young at heart, not to age too quickly. And
yeah. Tomorrow's not guaranteed.
Oh my goodness.
Have a go now.
My goodness. But yeah, certainly obviously we came from different countries originally, and do you being connected to the UK, is that something that obviously your parents can come here, but
yeah, I used to go back Christmases. I do miss friends and family back in the UK. I've obviously got friends here, but not people that have known me since I was 5. There's a different level of friendship when you've known someone for 40 years.
Yeah, totally.
But technology really helps there too. So I mentioned before, Maddie got given a virtual reality headset for Christmas, and I've got a friend back in the UK his kids have got one too. So we both downloaded the same golf game, and in about 30 minutes, I've got an online friend date with my friend back in the UK. Who's getting up early on a Saturday morning.
Hey,
we're going to play a round of golf together.
There you go.
From different hemispheres.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone's just really tripping over the whole VR thing. I thought it would just have its limit, but it seems to
come over and have a go. I was really impressed. It's much more immersive than I thought. It's easy to forget.
I reckon I should tuck out of here and we'll just blaze back that way, or go along with the.
Up to you. You can turn here or turn right on Sundale Bridge. Probably here might be easier. There's quite a few lights up.
Wait for this big melody bus. Nice one.
Yeah, it'd just be a little speed bump.
Yeah, I'm just looking for that nice little. Ooh, had that advanced green.
Or it doesn't matter. Go to Sundale Bridge and turn right just before.
Yeah, sure.
Get there. I see some more famous swimmers. That's where they all stay in the big apartment building down there.
Okay. Yeah, it's a good little pool. Again, things you can take for granted, right?
Yeah.
I'm here all the time. This program.
Commonwealth Games, right there.
So when I'm so Brisbane Commonwealth Games.
No, Brisbane Olympics is 2032.
Okay.
They had the Commonwealth Games here.
They had that,
2018.
Yeah.
That's been and gone, but it means there's all the facilities, all within 20 minutes drive of where we live. You get the athletics track, or you've got the swimming pool, or you've got the BMX track, or the hockey pitches, or I don't even know. Whatever else there is. Yeah, literally right there, that's where they go. That's where some of the best swimmers in the world train, right there. They'll have been in there this morning.
That's amazing.
And that's where the Com Games was.
It's kind of neat. Like if you think of the different cities, you know, Sydney. People talk it up. Oh, you gotta live in Sydney.
I lived in Sydney. I'm quite happy on the Gold Coast.
The athletes, the athletes know where to.
Oh yeah.
And it's not really like what the party scene. It's just probably all outdoor recreation.
It's an outdoor pool. You don't want it to be raining and horrible. Even in the winter, it's 22 degrees and it can be chilly in the mornings when they're training, but the water's nice.
It's pretty easy to get around too, right?
Yeah.
Everything's kind of 5 minutes here.
I think probably take a bike. Actually, it's 2 kilometres. You just cruise on your bike in the morning, jump in the pool. Easy. Or take the Lambo. Yeah, bike or Lambo.
Yeah. I'm just checking for things like the fuel gauge to see if we've made a dent in the fuel tank, but so far so good. This is going to go under some change, I think, as well.
Yeah, internally they're starting to make it look a lot nicer, but they need some different tenants in the shopping centre there because it's too many budget, cheapy shops. So it doesn't matter how nice you make the corridor, if it's full of budget shops, it's limited.
This is alright here. Did you ever try this out?
Yeah, that's good fun. Been on that assault course with Maddie in the big wedge. She loves the big wedge.
Father-daughter, right?
Yeah.
Is she competitive with you? Like she wants to always, or it's just like?
It's not about beating me, it's just about doing it with me.
That's cool, yeah. Alright, so Green Arrow. It's just about that time where people are coming home from the beach probably, hey?
Yeah.
You had your Mercedes, right? That would have had a good little turbo on it, right?
It wasn't like this, but it was. It was fast. It was 3.9 seconds, I think, from 0 to 100. So it certainly moved. But where do you use it? Where you can go from 0 to 100 legally and really put your foot down? It wasn't a head turner like this one.
Yeah, so the balance is we're going to, during the daytime, there's a bit more cars on the road, but that's when you need the daylight for filming.
Yeah.
But I think up and down the spit along the beach there, it's kind of pretty clear, not too many cars.
Set the alarm, get up, you got daylight at 4:30.
100%, that's exactly what's going to happen.
Around. What I used to like in the Merc, the only time I really used it because I didn't get my foot down too much, is when you're slowing down actually, you drop the gears early using the paddles and you get all the pops and bangs coming out of the exhaust. That's always nice.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it looks the part for sure, the car, but at the end of the day, like it's a bit of a cruiser, right? At this speed.
Yeah. It's comfy. I mean, it's clearly firm suspension, but it's not uncomfortable by any stretch.
This little, I like kind of coming. This little run, this north-south run, nice kind of meandering.
Yeah.
But that's all right. Well, yeah, I'll have it for the next 18 hours. The car and
sleeping in it.
It's 2017. Pretty good. There is a hardtop, not a hardtop, but it does close up.
Yeah,
I wasn't sure.
Adjust the seats.
I think it's got everything up, race tires, right? All that, so you feel it. It does feel like a little bit of a track car.
Yeah, very good. I'll just have to get over here in a second. Right, I'm gonna loop around here anyway. So yeah, I mean, we bought our place probably same time, more or less, about 5 years ago.
Yep.
So
it's a good little spot. It's close to everything.
Sticky tires, right?
Yeah.
Nice quiet street.
Good spot.
So,
but just jump out. For a handful of challenges all around, I'd say, right?
I'll just kind of reset.
I mean, by the time
I'm happy when there's less bacon.
You're not pulling it anytime soon, right?
We've
I'll just kind of
one at the top end of the road at the moment.
Had to chase some criminals out of the neighborhood more than a few times.
Train myself on avoiding curbs. Am I?
I still have my slingshot.
Very
And I don't know.
Very good. Good
Just in
enough to
case.
Have a chat and see how we go. It's off.
All right. Yes. I think we're good.
Dropped into first, did it? You can spin the wheels if you don't
You know, it's 2017.
Yeah.
So I'll have to try out the 2023 version eventually. The thing is, it's got everything like race tires, right? And all that, so you feel it. It does feel like a little bit of a track car.
Awesome. Well, thanks for taking me out.
Yeah, very good.
Glad Maddie listened to my instructions about
I'll
closing
just,
my door.
It's alright, I can loop around here.
Yeah, nice little turning circle, purposely built for Lambos. You can feel the sticky tyres picking up things.
Tires, right?
Some come flying off.
So,
Do you want me to just jump out and you're going to carry on?
yeah, I think I will. I'll just kind of reset a bit.
Alright.
Probably the safe zone is... You're not pulling out anytime soon, right?
No, you park on mine if you want.
I'll just kind of block you.
Yeah, no worries.
And then
No, I'm in for the night now.
train myself on avoiding curbs.
Yeah, well, you're close.
Am I?
Yeah, it's a wide car. Appreciate that, thank
Very
you.
cool. Very good. Good to have a chat and see how we go.